We are back live from Daddy Chanclas' man cave. This is Chatting with the Chanclas.
Featuring Daddy Chancla. He got a big ass sandwich and always stay ready with a fun fact, baby. Also featuring Mama Chancla. She got a big, fat, delicious sandwich and a big, fat, delicious cooter.
Can you believe it, Daddy Chancla? We actually made it to episode 2. They've approved our podcast. Them being us.
Me, myself, and I.
So Daddy Chancla had this really good idea earlier this week to do let's watch Scooby-Doo and make some ridiculous Scooby-Doo sandwiches. And while I do want to watch Scooby-Doo, we also have to fit in a podcast. So I was like, let's just do a podcast and eat our big sandwiches. And so we have ridiculously messy sandwiches. Daddy Chancla's not so much. What do you have in yours?
I have lettuce, cheese, roasted turkey, bacon, and I think that's it.
And mine is everything. Tomato, pickle, jalapeno, lettuce, tomato, a little bit of salami, jalapeno ranch turkey, Colby Jack cheese, bacon, and mayo. Just like how I like it. Messy. Big and messy, baby. So today's episode is for better or for blast off. Daddy Chancla has gone viral for his really cool Saturn V space facts, and we have gotten a lot of new followers that just need to know the tea and the lore, and so we're going to give you some space facts and also fit in some frequently asked questions in between. So let's launch into this.
And launch.
So Daddy Chancla, this is all you. Many fancies have asked, how did the Saturn V get back? If you want to start from the beginning, for the ones that missed the fun fact, you're just going into it like that.
So I had previously explained the rocket launch system for the Saturn V rocket that was used during the Apollo program for taking the command module and the command service module and the lunar module to and from the moon and putting it into orbit and putting it on its trajectory to the moon. So the rocket gets it up, gets the command service module and lunar module together up into orbit and gets it powered toward going its escape velocity to overcome Earth's gravity at 23,000 miles an hour. So it's then pointed at the moon going 23,000 miles an hour, and what it'll do is it'll go toward the moon and fall into an orbit around the moon. And then once the lunar module is detached and landed and done whatever activity on the moon that they're going to do, and then reattached to the command service module, the rocket motor on the service module fires up, and they then escape the lesser gravity of the moon pointed back at Earth. So as they're going around the moon, they just wait until they are around at a certain point where it's generally pointed toward the Earth. They fire the motor. They're maintaining the momentum they built up from launch, and now they're going back the way they came, also going about 23,000 miles an hour. So as they approach the Earth, it's very critical that the speed and angle that they enter the atmosphere at is very specific. Otherwise, they will come in and either burn up in the atmosphere, or they'll skip off of the atmosphere and just float off into space. So the only part of the entire spacecraft that they have that is capable of surviving re-entry is the command module. It is a cone-shaped piece on the front, and it's not flat on the bottom like you'd expect a cone. It's slightly rounded, and the bottom of it is coated with ceramic tiles. Think not exactly like your bathroom tiles, but think that. extremely heat resistant because they're going to be going very fast into the atmosphere. Now, they'll be slowed by the atmosphere, but it's going to generate heat in the form of air resistance and friction. So the command module detaches from the entire assembly. It's pointed with the bottom facing down, going into the atmosphere. The bottom of the command module is coated in these ceramic tiles. It also has a special paint on it that burns off and takes the heat with it. The bottom, as it's going very fast, generates a shock wave, a sound wave that also dissipates the heat, because at maximum temperature, the surface around the command module is 5,000 degrees. Now, you've probably seen it in movies and TV and stuff. There's a period while it's in the atmosphere and it's very hot around the atmosphere that there is no way to communicate with the command module. The air is ionized and you cannot get a signal to or from. You are just falling with no way of communicating, and there's no way of doing anything about it, pretty much, even if you wanted to. As Tom Hanks says in Apollo 13, we just put Sir Isaac Newton in the driver's seat, which is pretty much what you do. You fall extremely fast, you're slowed by the air resistance. When you reach a certain point, as the air gets denser, you're slowed more and more, and as you get to a certain altitude, there are parachutes built into the command module. So they fire off, and small parachutes drag out big parachutes, and it just kind of floats down. And it's calculated extremely precisely so that the trajectory has the command module land in the ocean. I believe the Apollo 11 and at least the Apollo 11 and 13 modules landed in the Indian Ocean. And they come to a relatively gentle impact in the ocean. They float for a period of time, and there's normally an aircraft carrier that's predetermined to come and pick them up. So there's a lot of science involved and math involved in the trajectory and the alignment and the speed and the engineering of the command module to survive the re-entry, but all of that was done and done properly, and that's how they're able to make it back and make it back safely.
So hopefully that answers your question. I'll have to rewatch this to get a full grasp on it, but I pretty much get it. It's because I've seen the movie. Sometimes it's hard for me to process things without like reading the words that you're saying. I've noticed that too. But the gravity controls it on its descent back.
And slowed by air resistance, and then further slowed by parachutes.
Okay, so in dumb-ho language,
air make thing go slow. Parachute make thing go slower. So spacecraft no blow up.
Perfect. I get it. Frequently asked questions about our relationship. Let's start with the most frequently asked question. Where did we meet? How did we meet? How did it go? So, long story short, we met on Bumble. I was 6 or 8 weeks sober in sober living, and I came over to his house and we watched Star Wars Episode 1, and he licked a titty, and I think it was the right one. After that, I came back the next day, and whatever, and his bed was really comfortable, and the bed at sober living was not very comfortable. So then I kind of came over all the time. And then what else, Daddy?
Then you just didn't leave.
I pretty much just didn't leave. Yeah. And then I got a dog, and I let him put it in the other hole for the dog. And then I got another dog, and then it was around Christmas time. So say this was all within 5 months?
4
or 5 months.
Yeah.
So went from howdy doodly to living there with 2 dogs in 4 months. And then we went on our little Christmas cruise, came back. I celebrated my birthday.
We got engaged around then.
We got engaged around the time we got ham. So that was around May. maybe even earlier, April.
Yeah, so we were engaged for a few months, 3 months, something like that, and then we got married in June.
Mm-hmm. And it's just been us and the dogs living happily ever after. I started my own business that 1 month after we got married. And
got her that good health insurance.
Yeah, I got good health insurance, got my teeth fixed, and
got her a better car.
Yeah, I have a better car now. I need a better car though.
That's true.
I am due for one now, but I have money too. So and then let's see, got disowned by my side of the family, got disowned by his side, his side of the family.
There's been a lot of disownment involved here.
And then we found our new family on TikTok. And yeah, so what was your first impression of me versus now, Daddy Chomp?
A little rough around the edges.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always say, the sculpture was always there. I just removed the marble.
Mm-hmm.
Just smoothed out the edges and the rough places, and
yeah.
But lots of potential, amazing potential, big heart, big mind, big ambition.
Fat pussy.
It's true. So the cornerstones were there. We just needed to fill in the gaps.
Yeah. So, you were saying something about the lunar ascent module used the form of fuel?
Yeah. So, the lunar module is what they actually took down to the lunar surface. It's what you see in the camera footage of Neil Armstrong getting off of the ladder and climbing down and stuff. And because if they have to pilot it down with a rocket motor, and then they have to pilot it back up. They use two different rocket motors for the descent and the ascent, and because they have to do different tasks. On the ascent, if that rocket motor does not fire, you're not leaving the moon. So they design an extremely simple mechanism for I say motor to work. It's not even really a motor. Two hydrogen and oxygen, liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen are combined, and when they do, they ignite on contact in a type of fuel mixture called hypergolic fuel. So it ignites on contact, and then the thrust is created and the exhaust is created to move the spacecraft. And all you had to do, and this is done electronically in the initial system, but there was a manual method of doing it, is two valves had to open to combine the two dissimilar liquids. As long as those two valves opened, the rocket motor would fire and you would be able to pilot the spacecraft. And ironically, on Apollo 11, they broke one of the ascent switches getting back into the lunar module, and they had to reroute the electrical connection in order to get the thing to fire. So there was that. But they could have also, I believe there was also a manual method of opening the valves to make it fire if you absolutely had to.
Very nice. That's it. Who do you think spends the most money?
Well, I don't know. It depends. It depends, because you spend a lot of money, but like on your business.
I spend a lot of money, but it all goes back into my business. Like, it's very, like, I'll ask Daddy Chanclas to buy me things here and there, but it's only like $30. Maybe like he bought me some more makeup and I'm like, that's a write-off. You know what I mean? But I spend a lot of money going back into my business for sure. But it's the only thing I can think of that like I need, you know?
Yeah, in terms of spending for non-essentials, not bills, not groceries, not utilities, on fun, I mean, I probably spend more, but I also...
It's very slight.
Yeah, and I spend money buying things for her because I want to. There's, today, somebody's getting a fall collection package from Bed Bath and Beyond, because I saw it and I'm like, ooh, she would like to try this, or sample this or whatever. Bye.
Thank you.
It's stuff like that. Or I bought her some stuff from Box Lunch to have. Or I see something in the clearance aisle and I buy it for her. Like, not like just for fun.
One thing you'll always see Daddy Chancla. Well, there's two things about Daddy Chancla. There's a lot of things about Daddy Chancla. There's many things.
Many facets to this diamond.
But you'll always find him in the clearance aisle. If you ever see Daddy Chancla out in public, 9 times out of 10, he's going to be in the clearance aisle of some store. Five Below, Meijer, Kroger, somewhere he'll be in the clearance aisle. Daddy Chancla loves to save money, and honestly I do too. I would never pay like designer stuff. If y'all ever see me wearing designer stuff, it's all from China. I have a WhatsApp group, whatever, they hook me up, they send it. I will never, even like everything, my Zempi, my Tox, everything, I do not pay full price for. I couldn't justify it. And I also feel like if you're somebody with a lot of money, you'd still be like stupid if you knew you could get the same exact thing for much, much cheaper. Especially physical items, purses, shoes, stuff like that, and people could just steal them. Like, so we definitely do like savings. And the other thing about Daddy Chancla is one of his main love languages is gifts. Daddy Chancla loves getting me things. Like, and it's not even like big things like diamond necklaces and sports cars and nothing like that. He just, like, he knows I like Princess Tiana, and he knows I like Encanto. Like, those are my 2 Disney things. He always is bringing me something that's Tiana themed, Encanto themed. He's always getting things for the dogs. What else he just has different things. Like, he'll get, what else did you get me recently? It was the Tiana stuff. I haven't gotten yet, but Lord of the Rings stuff.
And I buy stuff for myself too. Like, one of the stuff, like this whole office you'll see is stuff that stuff Daddy bought for Daddy. Like, I do buy stuff for myself, and I go through phases where I buy a bunch of stuff for myself, and then I'm like, there's nothing I want, and I go a while without spending any money on myself, and then I'll be like, oh, I gotta spend, I want to spend a big bunch of money. It comes in phases. Yeah.
And with the money spending subject, that kind of goes into another frequently asked question I've been getting often is, one is, how did I stay sober, and what made me want to get sober? Like, for me, what made me want to get sober was the events that happened that led me into getting my felony warrant. And basically I like OD'd in front of a cop. And when I called the cops for a DV incident with my ex, and then I OD'd in front of a cop, and then it was like this whole thing. And then I didn't have anywhere to go because it was my ex that DV'd me and everything. Like, that was my rock bottom. So then I like decided to really try to get sober. And how I stayed sober, a lot of it, like, I gotta give credit to where credit is due. Daddy Chancla invested a lot in my health and my well-being, because I had a lot of court fees. I had a lot of drives to the probation office I had to do. I wouldn't have been able to do if I didn't have a car. There's so much in recovery that people don't talk about, that
you need clothes and everything, just your normal necessities of life.
Sober living, you have to pay to live there. To get to the drug counseling.
And she was working this entire time. Don't think I was just like footing the bill for all of this.
It was still expensive, though.
Yeah.
I was working. I really was, and I was very proud of the money I was making, and that's how we got Nara. I was working at the Cracker Barrel, and it was the first time I was so excited. Daddy Chunk, you remember we had the cash box?
Oh, yeah.
And I'd take all my tips and put it in the cash box, and because I wanted Nara, she was my dream dog. She's Hurricane Chancla. That's why we're the Chanclas. She's a Mexican hairless that beats up our big dogs, so we call her Chancla. And we took out all the money and like laid it out on the table. I'd never had seen that much money that I've saved myself that I didn't immediately spend. So people who are in recovery or in addiction know, as soon as you get money, it's gone. It's gone. And it was really surreal for me. I'll always remember that. It's very cool. And then how to stay sober. Consistency. And again, Daddy Chancla, for real, y'all. Like, so when people are like, "You're my man, my man," I am my man, my man, my man. My man saved my life, like, point blank, period. And like when we was first got together, I was joking, but I was like, you know what, just build a bitch. I'm gonna be Frankenstein's monster, you know, just create me, you know, da, da, da. But he really did. Like he
in the best way possible.
Shaped and formed, but he also gave me room to be my, you know, silly, funny, crazy, creative self, you know. But he really like monitored my well-being because, like he said, he saw the potential in me, and he just wanted to make sure I didn't lose focus of, you know, what I don't know what we're trying to do. Daddy Chancla has a long form like vision, you know, and I'm instant gratification. So
I work in 5-year plans, and she works in 5-minute plans.
Literally. So he definitely. I'm like, I have to give myself credit because it does take, you know, I could have just like ran away when things got tough, but I've always ran away when things got tough, you know. But Daddy Chancla didn't make it seem that tough because I didn't feel alone in it. So I can't just like sit here and be like, yeah, you can totally do it too. Like, I think everybody,
you can.
Well, but you need a higher power and you need a support person. You need somebody. It doesn't have to be a partner, but like a trusted friend, a sponsor, somebody to keep you focused on
and accountable.
Yeah, where you're trying to be. So hopefully that answers that question. And I know, Daddy Chancla, you were talking about because we're talking about guidance. There's a guidance computer on the Apollo.
Actually, the spacecraft had 2. It had one for the lunar module, and it had one for the command module. And, you know, we think of computers as, you know, gigabytes and terabytes and super complex supercomputers and stuff. And the computer that they landed the lunar lander with was about as powerful as your scientific calculator that you can buy at Walmart for like, you know, $20. And in order to do that, required a specially built computer that was built one time for the mission. The thing was 1 foot square and weighed 70 pounds and could do about as much as your desk calculator can. But that was good enough. And that was state of the art at the time. But it's like archaic and a fossil in modern terms.
Mm-hmm. What would you say to like, if you could say anything to people that think that our relationship or our dynamic is like faked for attention, clout, social media, things like that?
I mean, you're sadly mistaken about a great many things. I love my Chancla. I get up every day and I work hard to make sure that my Chancla and my dogs are taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
I used to get up in the morning and hate my life and only worry about how many dollars were in my bank account, and was a horrible, sad, lonely existence. And now I wake up every morning and I'm happy, and I still care how many dollars are in my bank account, but I have a profound love and purpose for my family, and it's just me.
That is just you, Daddy Chomp. And if y'all think I'm fake, I love this man. Y'all, she's gonna break his heart. She's gonna break his heart. No, I could never. Like I said before, this man has literally saved me, like saved my life. Like, he cares about me more than I care about myself some days. Like, seriously.
Drink more water. Go to sleep on time, woman.
I know. I need to start going to sleep on time more. Like, he's just an amazing man. And If y'all get it now. Look at him. He's like, his internal tail is wagging.
What a man, what a man, what a man.
What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. And he has both. But also, like, what do you say to fancies and people online that say that the moon landing was fake?
It's okay to be wrong. Just because you lack imagination doesn't mean other people do. For those of you that don't know, I hold a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering and have worked in manufacturing for over 10 years at this point. The space program was one of the largest employers in the country in providing all of the assets and manufacturing and testing and so on and so forth, and supplying everything that went into the space program was one of the largest endeavors in the country. The U.S. government basically gave 10,000 of the smartest people on the planet unlimited money, manpower, and resources. Anyone who thinks that we were not capable of building the systems and doing all the things and landing on the moon and all of it is just wrong. They had the capability with the technology and manufacturing and understanding of math, physics, and engineering at the time. And there was nearly unlimited resources to draw from to achieve the singular goal of putting a man on the moon before the decade was out. And they had 10 years, more than 10 years of preliminary building up to that. So it came in stages. They did initial testing with like the Redstone rockets, and then the Gemini program, and then Apollo. I mean, it was a staged event of things getting bigger and bigger and bigger and more complex, testing systems, improving systems, redesigning things, learning from your mistakes. It was entirely possible. And the thing about science and math is that it's never wrong. And the science is there, and the engineering is there. It's just easier for people to be like, it's a conspiracy. The government cooked this up to beat the Soviets they couldn't do it, so they had to fake it. But instead of, our country is so star-spangled awesome.
That Chanclas love America.
That there is literally nothing we can't achieve if the collective soul of the country is focused toward one goal. And unfortunately, in our modern times, the country has never had like one singular goal, really, in terms of achieving like an engineering project, like the Apollo missions or the Manhattan Project or something like that. It's not happened within most people's lifetimes that are around right now. So it's hard for us to imagine tens of thousands and thousands of workers and engineers working for 10 years to achieve one goal. And that's their only life purpose for those 10 years. But yeah, it was possible then. It's possible now. There are laser reflectors that are on the moon that they placed there that are there for detecting that you can use to detect the distance from the Earth to the moon, and they're there. The flags are there. Ironically, the flags that we planted were bleached white by the radiation in space, but the flags are there. There's stuff all over the surface. People, please stop thinking that
And
moon landing was fake.
if you really believe that the moon landing is fake, like, let us know in the comments, like, your reasoning as to why. Because honestly, I'd love to hear. I'm a conspiracy. You can ask him. I'm a conspiracy theorist.
I mean, this is.
I am, baby. So I would like to know, just so I can fuck with him at night.
And I'm all for the conspiracy theories of, artificial sweeteners were safe and Anna Nicole married for love, but
Shut up, Dad. She did. Was that? I was telling you that the other day, wasn't I?
That's a movie line, by the way. Somebody on here will get that.
I think she really loved him. That's what I was telling Daddy Chanclas. She really loved him. He got her out of the hood or wherever she was in Texas. Now we're all talking about Anna Nicole, but for real. He got her out of the hood. He got her body fixed up. He helped her to take care of her kid. He got her, so she could go to Playboy and model. She loved that man. Just because he was old, the fuck? You know what I mean? And she really loved that man. And I get it too, though, because I could see, this is nothing like Anna Nicole, but I get it, right? She really loved that man. That man really loved her. She gave him so much love and attention at the end of years of his life when his grown kids didn't give a shit about him. And then she was under the impression that she was going to be taken care of after his death because he did love her. And his family got all meddled in there and started to mess with her.
We love Anna Nicole in this household. Liam Neeson, please do not come for me.
Okay, good. Just making sure. I'm sorry, not going on a tangent. You got me started because I really get her. I feel bad that, addiction got her. But damn, I'd be fucking traumatized too. If something happened to my daddy Chanclas and I gotta sit here and fight with his family, where me and the dog's gonna sleep tonight? Because my husband passed? Anyway, sorry, Daddy Chanclas. She loved him. Now, but yeah, if you think that the moon landing is fake, please let us know. We'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Now you got me on. What does the time say on there? Because I got another conspiracy theory.
WMD Iraq.
How much?
We're at 35 minutes exactly.
Okay.
So we're right at we're a little bit over, so we could do the rapid fire question round.
Yeah, we'll just have to think of some though, because I think I hit like a couple. But I saw one. Who's the worst driver?
Apparently me.
Daddy Chanclas driving literally pisses me off. Like, I need a sweet treat.
Every freaking time we're in the car, she has to be distracted by something or else she has a conniption.
He's a horrible driver, y'all. And then, he'll make a traffic error and then he'll, flip off the driver that's minding their own business, just trying to get safely home. And I'm
wrong.
They didn't do anything, and you keep playing with these motherfuckers, and they are going to get out this car and show you what flip you off means. And I can't even do nothing. Gonna be like, well...
That's fine. I keep a shovel behind the driver's seat.
What's another frequently asked question you hear?
About us or about science?
Us.
Who plans the date nights?
We don't even have date nights. We have date weekends. So...
True.
Yeah, and it's typically the same stuff. Antique Mall. Now our whole thing is toward attendees.
Well, so that's we're home buddies, by the way. It's not that we don't go out, but we're on a schedule here. Daddy's in bed at 9 o'clock.
We're in bed by 9 p.m., y'all. And also...
Nothing good happens after midnight, okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been everywhere and anywhere for the past 10 years. I just want to be at home. I want to be in the bed. I want to be with my dogs. I want to be in the backyard. I do not like going places, date night, with who and where and when.
Well, hopefully me.
And what would... I mean, if we did a double date or something.
Preferably to a Mexican restaurant with free chips.
Mexican restaurant, I get the fajita. I like the California fajita with shrimp and pineapple and bacon. Ooh, okay, what's your all-time favorite food, Daddy Chonk?
I'm a steak person, if I have to pick. which, by the way, we will do Texas Roadhouse at the house probably this weekend.
Okay.
Change my mind.
Sounds good. And how do you like your steak cooked?
Medium well.
Like so well done. He says medium well so he doesn't get shamed on the internet.
I say medium well so in hopes that they cook it at least medium.
Mm-hmm. I like, I can eat it raw.
Like, really?
Raw, next question.
She likes it raw.
I do. Okay, let's see. What are some things we disagree on?
I don't know. We really don't disagree on much. Normally if we're having a disagreement it's because I irritated you by talking too much or chewing too loud or breathing too much.
Okay, but now they're gonna think I beat you or something. That is like when I'm about to start my cycle or I'm hangry. Like those are the two times I am allowed to. What really? I be getting mad that this man want to fart in his own bed in his own home that he paid a mortgage in his own sheet. You know what I mean? But I hate Daddy Chanclas fart in the bed. I get so mad. It's almost as bad as him doing math in the bed.
Okay, so you said what do we argue about? Okay,
like disagree.
Okay, all right. Now I understand the assignment. Yeah, like you have this almost superhuman ability to know when I've gotten back in my car when leaving the grocery store to text me that you need something. My ass will hit the seat and it'll be ding. Can I get, ma'am, the ship has sailed. I am in the car. You're gonna have to figure this out on your own, woman.
I have a solution to this. Now, when you're going out and gathering for the fam, doing your hunter-gatherer situation, before you go to the checkout line, just be like, hey, give me a call.
But you're usually asleep when I go to the store.
He goes to sleep. He goes to the store so early, like an elderly. He does. He goes out with the silver-haired ladies early in the morning. Like, he'll get up. He still gets up even on the weekends, like 6 a.m. 7.
6:30, and I normally am out the door by 7 to do my stuff. I gotta get out. I am back home by 10:30 before all the morons get out on the road.
Before all the innocent victims get out on the road with you.
Nobody asked you.
But I do because but that is true. I do that.
Normally it's when I stop when I'm coming home from work. I pass stores I have to stop past stores on my way home from work. So if we need something for dinner or need some household item, I'll swing in on my way home from work before I come home. And it about half the time, butt hits the seat. Ding!
Have you ever gone back in for me, or have you always just been like, no?
Sometimes. Depends on where I'm at, what you're asking.
If you got head that morning, it'll change his tune up real quick.
Depends on if I've been topped off or not, or what's going on here. Or if
is there hope that he may?
Or there's a promise of being topped off when I get home with whatever you're asking for. Normally that involves snacks.
I'm keeping that in mind. Grippos. I was on a Grippos kick for a while last cycle.
Are Grippos a Cincinnati only thing, or do people have Grippos elsewhere? Tell us in the comments.
Yeah, I don't know actually. I don't know because I thought Zapp's was only in New Orleans, but it's not.
I think it's a southern thing at this point.
Yeah. Since we've been married, do you feel like anything has like healed in your soul or self-confidence and stuff?
Yeah, I'm not lonely anymore. I'm not depressed anymore. Of course, we have our own challenges with stuff, but here lately, there's been very little issues of any kind. And normally it's stuff breaking down around the house, the cars and stuff, and it's just, ugh. But
go ahead, Daddy.
No, just feeling seen and heard and understood and not judged for every little thing of just me being me. I don't have to step on eggshells. I don't have to feel some type of way. I don't have to put on a mask and pretend like I'm not me. I don't know. Like I just am, and it makes life a lot less stressful when you can just be yourself. And you're not uptight, you're not stressed, you're not anxious, you're just existing.
How do you feel about existing on the internet for other people and them feeling seen too? How does that make you feel? Or
it makes me feel good to make other people happy. There's always people who are gonna say mean things in the comments, but it's very few and far between, and I don't really take any of that seriously. I don't let it impact my day-to-day. It's not like I'm reading it and then I feel sad or something. But it does make me feel good every time I read a positive comment, especially people where we have encouraged you to continue to find love, or to continue to work toward overcoming your addiction, or continuing to be sober, or this type of thing. Makes it worthwhile. Because she had her addiction issues for many years. I had immense loneliness and sadness for many years, and honestly thought, there was an honest thought shortly before that I met her, that if it doesn't work out with this woman, I am just done entirely with the whole, not living, I'm not going to off myself, but I'm done trying to find somebody. We're done. This is pointless. It's been almost 10 years at that point. It's not for me, apparently.
So, ladies, when y'all up in my man's inbox on Kiki Day Chocolate, Big Dick Day Chocolate, we love you, up in the comments, just know y'all had your opportunity. Y'all missed the fuck out. It's done. It's closed. It's over. Now, I do have my mods. I'll get y'all lined up in order of whoever's willing to take my place in the uneventful passing or something, and we'll just get a new fancy lined up for you, Daddy Chunk. You're gonna be all right. But I think it is sweet that, and I honestly, this is like why I do it, like with the sobriety and stuff. I like to see myself and content creators, and when they act like, when they be acting like fake and stuff, like you can just see right through it. I don't know. It's just comforting, and I feel like we kind of have like a safe space. Like, we joke and Kiki and Kaka, and unless your name's Jonathan or your Daddy Chanclas brother, like, we don't really be hating. It's a safe space for you, and we love our little community. And I feel like Daddy Chunks, I feel like if there was a channel like this back when you were single, you probably would have watched it too, you think?
Oh yeah.
You'd have been like, he's right about his facts.
Mm-hmm.
There was another thing I had.
Is your most romantic date memory the long walk to the ATM?
Most romantic date memory is definitely our long romantic walks to the Chase ATM. I think the first time he took me to the ATM, I was scared though. I was like, I can't go in there with you. They're going to think I'm forcing you to get this money out. He was giving me money. What was it, for rent or something, or to buy clothes or something?
It was money to give you so that you could go shopping for food and stuff, I think, that you needed for the sober living house.
Yeah.
Or to go buy clothes.
Y'all, he would give me envelopes of money. And I'm telling you, like 6-8 months, 6-8 weeks, freshly sober from a drug that starts with F and ends with L, y'all. And this man would give me envelopes of money. And I'm just, when I tell you, I could have just ran off with this money and just ended my life, you know what I mean, from an overdose. And I just like, that's why I say it's like spiritual almost, you know. I would never, I do not recommend doing that to anybody. If you meet someone who's freshly sober, giving them cashola like that, you know. But it just meant so much to me that he trusted me like that, and that I just had to. I don't know. I was just done with it. I really did need the help. But it is one of those things. It showed a lot that he trusted me that much, you know?
And we're not talking thousands and thousands of dollars.
No.
We're talking like a few $100s at a time.
Yeah, but still, you're giving
Yeah, I mean...
$300, $500 here, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. That's still like...
significant.
It's very significant. And not expecting anything in return. He was just like, yeah, if you need it, here. So, yeah, Daddy Chunks. But, yeah, we joke about the long romantic trips to the ATM. But he did. He invested in me.
But she just, like, it didn't have to be, like, a transactional or anything. It's like, you just, this person needed help.
Yeah.
And I knew if it would make it so much easier on her in her recovery and feeling like a normal person and getting back into normal life if she just had money to buy essential stuff.
I didn't even know how to be a normal person. So really, I started getting sober. Then I met Daddy Chanclas, and then I was just like, well, I am Daddy Chanclas, bitch. That's who I am. I'm Gator's bitch. You seen that movie with Will Ferrell?
Oh,
Gator.
Old school. Yeah.
That's pretty much me. I'm like, yep, I'm going wherever he goes, I go now. It's like when you pick up, like, you walk past a stray dog or someone just follows you all the way home. I'm like, yep, I'm his bitch now.
We'll take another. We'll have to take another romantic trip to the store at some point and get you some more winter clothes. You don't have very many.
Yeah, we'll do a haul, do some shopping. Sounds good. See, I like to buy my stuff online. I buy Shein.
I go to the store and I buy most of my clothes from Walmart or off the clearance rack from Meijer or the clearance rack from Walmart. Or stuff like that. But yeah. You don't be afraid to be the positive change that you want to happen in the world. If you have the ability, you have the responsibility to help other people.
Ask not what your cunt can do for you. Ask what you can do for your cunt.
Don't be selfish. Coming from a recovering selfish a-hole of the highest order, don't be that. Don't be that guy or lady.
All right, y'all. We're going to wrap it up. I think you got anything else you want to say?
No, I ended mine with a profound statement of sophistication, and we got a thigh clap over there. So
that was me agreeing. That was me. I live for the applause. So thanks for coming to Chatting with the Chanclas. If you all have any relationship, science, history, fun ideas or questions that y'all would like to see like next week or something, please let us know, because this is all for you. It helps our relationship though, seriously. Doing this has like strengthened our relationship, because then we're like almost like, well, we promised them a podcast this week, let's sit and talk about our love. Like, do you want to talk about our love?
Yeah.
And it's very nice. And then hearing, getting feedback from y'all, seeing, I don't know, it's very healing.
And if you're wondering where Daddy got these super cool tank slippers, they're from the Royal Tank Museum in Bovington, England. You can buy them online.
Lift your legs up a little bit, because you know that text is going to be there. Yeah. There it is. Those are the Sherman Furies.
Oh, yeah.
That's also what we call Hamilton occasionally, because he's a fucking tank, yo. Full of rage.
He a good boy. Okay, goodbye.
Hold on. I was going to tell you real quick. Hamilton actually got a TikTok shop sample.
What?
Hamilton's an influencer now. He got a ball.
What?
Yeah, from the TikTok shop.
Is it nice? Is it a nice
He's
ball?
a TikTok shop affiliate now.
Is it a nice ball?
I don't know, but we're going to have to go check it out.
Ooh, my boy is famous.
He is. They're like, well, I'll die for Ham. I love Ham. They're on your side about Ham's a good boy. I'm like, no, he's evil.
You're good people.
Let us know in the comments if you think Hamilton's a good boy, a bad boy, or just a misunderstood boy. And we'll see y'all next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I think that went well.
That was very nice. Our podcasts are peaceful anyway. I like doing them.
I was going to say our set here is very cozy.
Cozy. Yeah.